day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you run? Would you be? Oh, hey. Welcome to Ghetto Cookin. It's YUNSHEP. Today, I know y'all heard about macaroni and bologna. Today we cooking mac and phonies. Come over here to the kitchen. Alright, man, you know what I'm saying? We call this mac and phony, man, because you know what I'm saying, for sure we got the bologna. Let me show y'all the ingredients right here. We got the bologna, and we got the macaroni. So you get what I'm saying? Mac and phony, bologna, you get what I'm saying? Anyway, we like to make this real cheesy. You feel what I'm saying? Now I guess y'all wondering why we use a lot of cheese, huh? Because don't you like cheese? Don't you like to get money too? But anyway, man, this is the ingredients. You got your macaroni and cheese. You got your bologna. These are the main ingredients. You need this, the bologna, mac and cheese. Okay, then you got your grumble goat cheese, sharp cheddar cheese, Parmesan cheese. And you can't, ladies, look at me. You must not forget this. You cannot forget the Doritos. Trust me, this is gonna go up in there. It gives it a little spunk with the cheese, I should say. A little razzle dazzle, I should say. A little. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever forget these, the Dorito cheese. So I'm about to have my boy RAWNAY show y'all how to bust it down and cook this, you know what I'm saying? And Chef gonna be right back.
Hey, welcome to Ghetto Cookin. You know this RAWNAY up in here. You know, almost had an accident there. So I'm the man when it comes to the Mac. You know what I'm saying? So what we gonna do right here is the first process when you messing with that Mac. See that Mac is Western Family Nice Edition. You know what I'm saying? Nice and cheap right there. This is Ghetto Cookin. So you know, check that out. You know. Yeah, we use box macaroni because it gives it that old school flavor. So what you do is, if you follow me over here real quick, you gotta have your water boiling, preferably 6 cups. You know what I'm saying? We like to use that Aquafina. And you gotta say it like that or else it won't taste right. Aquafina. So
how you say it again?
Aquafina. Let me see. Just so you know, we don't use tap water to cook. You know, even though this is a ghetto, that's why we don't use it, because my water kind of brown. But anyways, you know, so what we gonna do is we gonna just take this Mac, shake him up right there. You gotta check for rodents and shit, you know. Don't want no roaches hopping up this thing. Anyway, you gonna dump this Mac in the water like so. And I like to swirl it around to make myself feel like a big man. Like
is it a certain way you supposed to dump it up in there?
You know, you see that swirl, that wrist action, that twirl? You know, it just make you feel important. It really don't even mean nothing. You know, yeah, I just like to feel good, like I'm doing something. So anyway, we're going to let that sit, let that boil for about 7 to 10 minutes. You know, I like to let it boil a little longer, let that noodle get real soft and juicy, you know. And so we're going to sit that there, and I'm going to come back to you and show you the second process to this Mac. Oh, my bad. Steam kind of burned me though. So look, this is what y'all do next, man. Now pay attention, because you do not want to burn your wrist or your nostril or any other part of your body, because the steam is hot, you know. So what you need to do is you need to take this over to the sink. We're going to dump this out. Not all the way though, that's the secret. Most people when they make Mac, they want you to dump all that water out. All that oxygen getting out of there. So we're going to keep a little bit because it helps the cheese melt. Don't trip if you lose a noodle or two. It's gonna happen. You know, it's gonna happen. You know, casualties reward.
What, don't you supposed to put milk inside mac?
Oh, milk. Oh, that's just be patient, man. Just be a little bit patient. That was my main point that I was getting to next. Okay, guys. Do sometimes. Anyways, so look. Bam. Oh, got your little bit of mac, you know, sitting there. It's kind of soft, looking good. What we gonna do next is we gonna start adding that cheddar cheese. Say that, can y'all say it like that? But you gotta make that face. Cheddar cheese. Like it hurts though, too. So, you know, I like to start off with the packet first, you know. Gonna mix that in there. Oh yeah, this is gonna be cheesiest macaroni you ever had in your life. Whoa, my cousin. So, boom. Then I'm gonna grab that sharp cheddar. Boom. And see, I'm gonna grate him in a little bit. What y'all know about that? Get that in there. Told you to get that cheese, so we make it extra cheesy up. In there. All right, now. See that looking cheesy? Get that little whiff or two. You know, see it's kind of melting in there, and we're not done yet. Gotta get the
mac and phony, y'all. Mac and phony.
I'm gonna leave the crumble. Try to leave the crumble goat cheese for last.
Yeah,
you know.
All
right, so I'm gonna get you.
We have a special thing we do with that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. We call that the alley-oop, you know. But we gonna get to that later. So you get that Parmesan, you know, like it's a pizza. Dip some of that Parmesan in there. You know. Get a little pink. You know, I get juice when I'm making this Ghetto Cookin in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Brings me back to the days when I had no dollars in my pocket, which was yesterday. But you know, it's all good though. We still here, we living. So next, I'm gonna hit them with that butter. This is too much though. I ain't gonna give them this much butter. You know, this is just clog your arteries right here. We don't need to die in the hood. Damn, that's a lot of tablespoon right there. Throw that in there. Now this is where you put your milk in. This is when you get that milk. You put that Coke White in there. You know, let that sit there aside. But what y'all don't understand is we gonna turn this back on in a minute and let this, you know, marinate. Now that that butter that melted in there got all good. You know what I'm saying? Real good. I'm finna crumble up these Doritos. You know. People always ask me why I say stuff with so much force. I don't know why. You know, that's the feeling I get when I hold it bad. That's why I don't say Doritos. That's why I say Doritos. Because that's what I feel from them. You know, I'm sorry. Anyway, you mash them up. Go ahead and throw them in there. Notice, you know, I don't really have the fire on because I didn't want to lose the moisture. I really didn't want to even lose the moisture that collected from the combustibility of all the ingredients when they're really merged together in the nucleus. So, you mix that together a little bit, and now, here's where the fun begins.
Hey, what you doing over there?
Yeah. So, the last ingredient, excuse me, y'all, is that crumbled goat cheese, you know? And like I said, this is where the fun begins. So, you know, I'm gonna throw a little bit in here. Then I'm gonna show y'all the special technique for the big pieces. This is the little pieces, y'all. You gotta grab the little pieces, throw it in there. You know. But then we always find that one piece we call the rock. You know what I'm saying? The rock. The who rock. You know what I'm saying? You're crossing nigga up with this. But
hey, let's show them the alley-oop.
I'm gonna show them this technique we call the alley-oop. You ready for this, brother?
Yeah. Let's go, baby!
Go ahead.
Ooh. Got moves like Jagger. Got moves like Jagger. She got moves. Hey, I see you caught me at an awkward time. You got your bologna cooking and you got your mac done. Now, don't y'all notice how the macs, the phonies I should say, always want to join the macs? So what you do is, you gotta make it look like it's a long walk. But anyway, you want to put this on top. Look at that look tasty. Yeah. Now, with this, you can put your little twist. Did y'all catch that phone? Now, if you want to put your twist on it, you can put a little hot sauce on it. You know what I'm saying? Some mayonnaise on it. You know what I'm saying? You can even make this with a spread, a noodle. I had that in the first episode. Didn't I? But anyway, you might don't use all of them because some of them just don't make the cut. I'm trying to tell you, the other one dropped and it just didn't make the cut. Now, sound like Coach O'Keefe, huh? For the taste test.
One more take. Just the way it just sits in your mouth and just hits the roof of your taste buds is just amazing.
Phony in there, a little phony in there with the Mac. Oh, this is the best, man.
This is Ghetto Cookin, episode 7. Mac and Phony. My bad, y'all. I mean, it's really good, you know. But RAWNAY, YUNSHEP. Stay tuned for Ghetto Cookin, episode 8.